Hi, I'm Kitty Felde. Last week we discussed Witchlings by Claribel Ortega. This week we continue the conversation with our writer. Claribel, why do you love writing fantasy?
I love the lessons that you can learn through fantasy books, which is like really unexpected, like learning lessons from our world in an environment that feels really safe, because it's like, okay, but the character is, a giant monster, which I'm not really going to encounter in the real world, but I can still confront these things that scare me in real life and learn about them and learn about like human emotions and interactions and all of these things in this setting, which is so far from my own world that I feel safe exploring them and exploring these sort of like themes that might frighten me more if it was not a fictional book. So I love that aspect of fantasy. And also, I mean, how cool is it to be able to fix things with magic? Like, that's my favorite part. I would love a spell to wash dishes with.
You're big on witches. Tell us about your very earliest witch books.
My very first book that I ever wrote was a picture book about a witch who was very good at magic but could not learn potty training. But my second book, which, maybe one day it will happen. My second book that I ever wrote was a young adult book set in the 80s in New York City. And it was this witch who could control time, and she needed to solve a riddle, the series of riddles throughout New York City. And it was based on all these like little known characters from like New York City history that I found in like newspapers and, videos, like very, very obscure sort of mini celebrities like in one article. But I made them sort of fully fleshed characters in this world. And I would love for that series to be published one day. So we'll see.
Thanks, Claribel. We have interviews with dozens of other writers at our website, bookclubforkids.org, on our Writers on Writing page. And if you're still in the mood, check out our special Dia de los Muertos episode from the Fina Mendoza Mysteries podcast. We'll have a link in the show notes, and the episode includes curriculum that you can use in the classroom. I'm Kitty Felde. Thanks so much for listening.